Oh, hey guys. By the way, the root beer is back for another episode. Um, yeah, welcome. All right, let's start talking. Or you can obviously tell by the title, we're talking about Pokemon Duel. Pokemon Duel is basically just a mobile online Pokemon board game. While the battle mechanics are mainly RNG when it comes to what moves land, there are also moves that are very you can use strategically, right? You can pick which Pokemon you want, obviously, and then you can also pick Pokemon that have status effect moves, and those can really change the tide of battle. But there's obvious imbalance in this game. The legendary figures all have extremely powerful moves. No matter how good you are at the game, if you have a figure with attacks that are less powerful than these, unless they like miss on some off chance, you're probably gonna lose. There's also the classic mobile game gems and chests and all that fun stuff. This is especially present in the figures. And you can buy extremely strong figures, and you can use gems. I believe you can use gems to instantly unlock chests that can contain strong Pokemon. And with these Pokemon, as I said earlier, you can like automatically win some games just because of their sheer power level. Now let's get on to the good of this game and why you should play it. Pokemon Duel, being on mobile, can obviously be a great time killer. While this isn't like a gameplay thing that's like really cool, it is fun to play when you're really bored and you're not at home or anything. Also, when you get past bot level players, which I'm not sure if they're bots or not, but when you first start out, there's players that have the chance to either win against you if you fucked up and they got all the way over there, or they just let you walk onto their place because the way you win, you get onto their flag point, as you have probably seen in the gameplay in this background. But yeah, once you get past those bot level players and you start going up in the online rankings, it really does get tougher. Whether it's whether it's people with extremely strong Pokemon that you have to try to outsmart, or if it's people who have the same skill as you, and it's a battle of wits and kind of fucking luck, as I said earlier. And what I really like is that if you play your Pokemon right, you can block off both entry points for their Pokemon, so they have no option of getting any of their Pokemon that are resting in the battle. And you have cards and stuff that can give you an upper hand for a turn, along with Z moves, which is a lot of fun. Pokemon themselves also have different abilities and special moves. Unlike literally any other Pokemon mobile game, except for maybe Pokemon Masters. I don't know. I haven't played it. There's actually status effects and all that kind of stuff from the original games that carry over. Obviously, some moves don't do the same, like Swords Dance. Instead of raising your attack stat, it's a 20 times, and it just keeps rotating and rotating, or it does 20 damage, and then if you land on it again, it does 20 more, and so on. There's also moves that let you move you or your enemy around the map, which I find really interesting. The Pokemon themselves can also jump over others depending on the type of Pokemon, and if this requires you to set up a different Pokemon defense if you know that an opponent has this Pokemon, or you can use this Pokemon on your team to get an upper hand. This game, as I said earlier, I mentioned quickly, it has Z moves, and once you have built them up, it is a great way to try to blast through the enemy's defense with one of your really strong Pokemon. Or you can use a not very strong Pokemon and most likely get a pretty strong move. And this is basically in a similar manner, like it isn't like Z moves in the video game or in the main series titles. It is like an ultimate, like Overwatch or Paladins or literally any game that has an ultimate like that. This game also has a set of missions separate from your online rankings in games, and there are rewards for completing missions in this mode. While I personally might like online play better, I still think the missions are cool. And I will try to finish them before the game goes down, because there's no promise if those will stay up. The game might not be accessible at all when it comes down, because even if you have it installed, these games usually run on servers, and I have never been able to play it without the internet. So I'm assuming that not even missions will be available to the few people who still have it after it's removed from the App Store. And the service will end on October 31st. If you haven't already, I seriously recommend you try this game. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of Pokemon. This game is underappreciated. If only this was thought of when they had things like Pokemon Rumble on the Wii, this would have been an awesome spin-off title. But even if it was to become a spin-off title earlier, they would probably transfer it to mobile anyways. Like poor Pokemon Rumble. That's their fate. The game has been standing since 2016 in Japan and 2017 here in the States. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please show the game some support. And thank you to the Pokemon Company and the developer Heroes. And if you haven't already, which you probably haven't, please go check out my Discord server. The link is in the description. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, do the clickety clack on the like button and press that red button if you haven't already. Thanks.